So today, the topic of discussion is pointers. Generally, we say it is the biggest hurdle of C language, pointers. Why? Because in itself, it is not that scary, but when you merge it with some other concepts like arrays and structures and all, and when you increase the dimensions of array, let's say 2D array and 3D array, then it really gets a bit complicated. Today we will just see two operators related to pointers. One is this star and one is this ampersand. Star says the value at the address and this ampersand says address of operator. Right? So these two operators we will be dealing with today. Star means what? Value at the address. Right? And ampersand means what? Address of operator. So if you apply ampersand to any variable I, then it will give you the address of that variable, right? And if you write, then let's say you write p equals to address of I, and then if you write star p, it will indirectly access the value of p, value of I, right? So this is how the basics. I hope this much everybody knows. Let us start the discussion. So first of all, the question goes, what is a pointer? Right. So pointer is a variable which holds address of another variable. Right. So that's simple. A single line definition. Pointer is a variable. So variable means what? Its value can change. And what are constants? Whose value cannot change. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these are constants. So pointer is a variable first of all, which holds address of another variable. Right. So it can hold address of another variable or function or another pointer also, right? So we will see uh, all these options. This is very specific to this language C, because most of the languages which are famous in nowadays, that is Java and C Sharp and Python, they actually do not support this concept of pointer directly, at least, right? If you use pointers in C sharp, then the compiler of the C sharp will not manage that particular code, and then it is called unmanaged code. If you use pointers in Java, actually it is not allowed to use pointers in Java. In Python, there is something called object ID, which you can consider it acts like pointers, but it is not actually pointers. Internally, it is not giving you the actual addresses. But in C, pointers are basically pointers are the very powerful tool by which you can actually get the addresses where your variables and functions are being stored in the primary memory. So if somebody will ask you, pointer gives addresses, so which addresses are they? Are they addresses of secondary memory, that is your hard disk, or they are addresses of your ROM, or they are addresses of your RAM, that is primary memory? So your answer should be pointers always give addresses of primary memory, that is RAM, right? So so that is very powerful tool which we have in C, and it is not available in this particular raw form in any other language, right? Okay, so how to declare a pointer variable? So they have given you some declaration syntax. Here, whatever is there inside this big bracket, all these things are optional, and whatever is in bold, that is compulsory, right? So compulsory is type and then star and the name of the pointer variable. That is compulsory when you are declaring a pointer. The rest everything is optional. You can declare a pointer of static int star I and something like that. So so that is the way how we declare a pointer. Now let's say, for example, if I declare a pointer like this, int star p, what do I mean? Basically, I mean, by this particular declaration, I mean that here the name of the variable is p, which is of pointer type. So this star is saying this variable p is of pointer type, and then this int is saying that this pointer will point to an integer type. That simply means what? That the address which p will contain will be the address of an integer variable. Very simple, right? That is the meaning of pointer declaration. Okay. Now the term enclosed within, okay, so this is optional and that is mandatory, they have said. Then point number 2, a pointer variable declaration consists of a type specifier, that is the reference type, a punctuation, a punctuator, that is star, and an identifier, that is name of the pointer variable. So there are few examples of pointer declarations. Here you can see the first declaration is int star iptr. So iptr is the name of the pointer, and uh, star is saying it is a pointer variable, and then int is saying it will be pointing to an integer variable. Now the question may come in your mind that in C language, whenever we declare a variable, we only say which type of value it will contain. For example, let's say, let me use another color. Let's say if I declare int I or float j or anything like that, what I say that the name of the variable will be I and it will be storing integer type of value. Same happen when we declare a character variable. Let's say char C. What will happen? Here I am saying the name of the variable is C and it will be storing which type of value? So character type of value. Similarly, we do all the declarations in C. But in the case of pointers, we go a step ahead and we say int star p. That means what if I decode this particular declaration, then I can tell you that first of all we say what is the name of the variable, and this is true for all other declarations also. सारे declaration में हम लोग variable का नाम बताते हैं. Then we say which type of value it will contain. This is also fine. इसके पहले भी जितने वेरिएबल का डिक्लेरेशन हम लोगों ने देखा है, सब में हम लोग ये बताते हैं कि ये वेरिएबल कैसे वैल्यू डिक्लेयर करेगा, स्टोर करेगा. बट गोइंग बियॉन्ड दिस, in the case of pointer, we say this, that which type of value it will be pointing to. So we are not only telling you what p will store. P will store addresses, that's fine. P will store some address. We are also saying that on this particular address there will be an integer. Then what is the need of such kind of declaration? Why can't we only declare p as star p? That should be sufficient, because star p is saying that p is a pointer variable. That means p is holding addresses. Why we are required to say which type of addresses it is containing? I mean address of which type of variable it is containing. Why we need to say that? Can anybody tell me in the chat window? Have you got the question? Let me repeat the question. In C language, all the declaration except pointer declaration having only two information. What are those information? Number one, what will be the name of the variable? And number two, what kind of value will it contain? It is true for all the other declarations in C. But in case of pointers, we say what will be the name of the variable, what it will contain, and going beyond, we are also giving some other information. Like for in this particular case, we are saying that p is the name of the pointer variable, p is the name of the variable, star is saying it will be a pointer variable. When जब इसको pointer आपने बोल दिया, that simply means it will contain what? Addresses. Then going beyond, you are also saying addresses of which type of variable. So you are saying integer type of variable. Why we need to declare it like this? What is the need? Why can't we write only star p? That will just say that p is the variable who will be storing addresses. Can anybody answer this question? Memory allocation. Memory allocation of what, Kaushal? Of pointers or what? Okay, value you want to say. Value at pointer. Value at pointer. That's fine, but why do we need to say that? That's what my question is. Radhika said pointer arithmetic. Radhika is on right track. It is one of the reason. There is one more reason, Radhika. You are correct. This is one reason. What Radhika is saying, it is due to pointer arithmetic. What does she mean? That let's say if you do p plus plus or p minus minus, some addition, subtraction, or some arithmetic operation on pointer, then p will be incremented by its size. By its size मतलब ये कैसे variable को point कर रहा है, depending on that the value of p will be incremented. Let's say for example, if you are saying if you are saying that p plus plus. What does it mean? इसका मतलब है p equals to p plus 1. Now you have to increment the value of p by 1. Let's say p is containing some address like 2278, something like this. So p plus 1 will contain what? Now you are doing p plus plus. After this, what will happen? What will be the content of p? Can anybody tell me? What will be the content of p? Will it be 2279 or 2280 or what? What will be the content of p after p plus plus? पहले इसकी वैल्यू थी 2278. p plus plus करने के बाद इसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी? Who will tell me? Data type dependent. Good, Kaushal. So it depends. P is pointing to whom? If P is pointing to an integer, and if you do plus plus, it will be incremented by size of integer. And if integer takes 2 byte, so it will become 2280. If integer is taking 4 byte, it will become 2282. If P is a floating point pointer, then it will become 2282. If P is a character pointer, then it will become 2279. Are you getting me? That means incremented by 1 byte. So whatever is the size of the data type to which it is pointing, the increment will depend on that. So that's what Radhika is trying to tell, that why we say to whom it is pointing, just to clarify how pointer arithmetic will take place. Good, Radhika. Anyone else? Any other reason? No, Akash is giving an answer. Data retrieval is done on the basis of data type. Very, very good, Akash. Correct. What Akash is trying to say is, let us say you want to write something like this: printf %d and then star p. Now here p is containing an address, right? P is containing an address, and when you write star p, it will go to that particular address. Now to understand this, you must understand what pointers will contain, what pointers will hold. Let me clarify the question to you. Let's say you have written int I equals to 25. Listen carefully, this discussion is very, very important. Let's say int 25, int I equals to 25 I have written. So what will happen in memory? Memory में I के लिए, let's say integer is taking 2 bytes, so 2 bytes will be reserved. 25 will get stored, and this 25 will have some addresses also. Let's say 2299 and 222300. Let's say this is the address of 2 bytes of this I. Now, if you are declaring some pointers, let's say int star p you are declaring, and then you are writing p equals to address of I, what p will store? 2299 or 2300? 2299. Very good. First byte address. Good. Kaushal, Arpit, both of you are correct. So ये चीज एकदम गांठ बांध दो आज कि whenever you will say pointer, it will always hold address of the first byte, right? Whatever pointer it is, it may be integer pointer, character pointer, float pointer, function pointer, a pointer to an array, pointer to an structure, whatever pointer it is, pointer will always hold address of the first byte. When I'm saying it will hold address of first byte, that means p will store what? 2299 in this particular case, right? That is the address of the first byte. Now if it is clear in your mind, now understand, if you write something like this: printf %d and then star p. Star p क्या मतलब है बेटा? Value at this address. Now what address you are having? You are only having 1 byte address, that is 2299, and then you are writing value at this address. How compiler will access the value at this address? Because it may be because different type of variables have different size in C. Floating point have 4 byte size, yes or no? Integer may have 2 byte, character is having 1 byte. So you are just having address of the first byte. If it is a character pointer, it should access the value in this byte only. If it is an integer pointer, it should access the value in the particular and next byte also. If it is a floating point pointer, it should access the 4 byte starting from that particular location. So different data types need to access different size of memory locations, and pointers are just having the address of the first byte. So you need to know which type of pointer it is. In this particular case, if p is an integer pointer, that means at the time of such printf, you will be very much clear that you have to access 2 bytes because that is the size of integer. So you will access only 2299 and 2300. So in 2299 you will be accessing LSB, and on 2300 you will be accessing MSB, and then you will convert it into integer and print the value. If P is having floating point pointer, right? If P would have floating point pointer, then what you would have done? You would have accessed 4 bytes. That means 2299, 2300, 2301 and 2302. और ये चारों मिला के जितने बाइट्स होते, 4 बाइट्स होते, इन सबको आप 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते. लास्ट बिट को साइन बिट मानते, देन नेक्स्ट 8 बिट को आप एक्सपोनेंट एंड नेक्स्ट 23 बिट्स को आप मेंटेसा मान के जो भी वैल्यू बनता वो आप प्रिंट करते यूजिंग प्रिंटर. So that is the reason why we declare pointers like that. So there are two reasons, what Radhika said and what Kaushal says. Kaushal?